as agents with ways to market yourself on golf course scorecards, on billboards, on sides of buses, on the national big real estate websites to pay them $150 to $350 a month to generate leads for yourself. There's all kinds of ways to deploy marketing dollars, but you need to be careful. And so today's topic is for new agents and really any agent on how to navigate those decisions in marketing and how important it is that we do that the right way. And so I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to market for about $300 a year total. So if you use all 3 of these tips, that's kind of the total cost on the entire year. So for about $25 a month versus some of the hundreds or even thousands of dollars a month you're looking at and marketing and spending your dollars. So you need to be careful, and we're going to talk through that today. And so we have something here at Property Revival Realty called our playbook that we take our agents through, and other agencies have similar and valuable things and tools for their agents as they onboard new agents. And so I'm going to be speaking specifically from that playbook. And the 3 things that we'll get into really require some base knowledge, and I want to talk about one thing before I jump into those marketing strategies, and that's something we call 3 for 10. And this is really important before you start marketing and the phone starts ringing and the texts start coming and people start asking you to be the real estate agent, is that you do something called 3 for 10, which is study every single day 3 things, learn something, 3 different things, and it'll take you about 10 minutes a day. That's where the name of this comes from, 3 for 10. And we say learn one thing from 3 different categories. And the 3 categories we tell people to learn from are your local market, your national industry, and then your personal business, how to run a business. So if you can spend 10 minutes a day, and that's it, and some days it'll be longer, some days it'll be shorter. The longer days will be because you find something you really enjoy studying. But study your local market. So study the inventory in your market. What are the trends in your market? The interest rates. Read the headlines in the paper. What things are happening in the real estate industry in your local market? Our local market here, Janesville, our other office is in Madison, so we're studying Rock County, Dane County, and every day that I get up, I'm learning at least one thing new about our local market, and I'd encourage all of you to do that. And this is important. We're talking about marketing today. I know that. We're not just talking about learning, but this is important to get a foundation as an agent so that you provide value, because when you market, the phone is supposed to ring and you're supposed to lead generate. And if you lead generate and the phone rings and you have nothing to contribute, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to lose that lead. So that's why we're talking about this first. So 3 for 10, 3 things, 1 from your local market, 1 from your, the industry that we work in, the real estate industry, and 1 just from your local business, like your own business. What are you learning about how to run your business personally? So local market, like I said, can be the inventory. You're studying MLS statistics. You're talking to lenders. You're talking to city planners, city managers. You're reading headlines. You're just understanding the job cycle and things that are happening in your local economy, and so that you can contribute those things when a potential client asks. Number 2 is the national industry. You're reading things from Inman or different real estate websites, or just studying global market on real estate. What are these East Coast, West Coast? What's happening in our nation as it reflects on our industry? So you can sort of study the macro market of real estate, and then you can start to learn a little bit more about how it affects our micro markets here. And then 3rd, and maybe most importantly, what are you learning to run your business? How do you learn to network? How do you learn to generate leads? How do you learn to manage money after you close deals? How are you learning to market and budget and stuff like that? So it's important that you take time each day, 3 categories, 1 thing in each 3 categories, 10 minutes a day is all it's going to take you, and you'll learn almost 3,300 new things in a year, which is crazy. So put the time in there. And now we're going to jump to the 3 marketing strategies I want to share with you. And again, these marketing strategies are only going to cost you about $300 for a 12-month period, which is very cheap when you compare them to the major real estate websites selling you leads, or the other billboards, or other the newspaper print, or your advertising on Facebook for clicks and all those things. Stay grounded in these 3 things as you get started as an agent. The first thing is 52 cups, we call it, which is to schedule a coffee appointment 52 cups of coffee, one coffee appointment for an entire year with just people. Get out in your community. And you don't even have to talk about business at those coffee appointments. The most important thing about this, and it'll cost you under $2 if you just do black coffee, no foo-foo coffee. You're not spending $3, $4, $5, $6 on the coffee. Okay? Under $2 for a cup of coffee is $100 a year about. And meet anybody, people you want to meet just kind of in life, in your community, you admire them, friends of yours, colleagues of yours. Just meet somebody for coffee one time a week. It can be 30 minutes, 45 minutes, it doesn't matter. Just commit yourself to doing that. It does a few things for you. Number one, it gets you out of the office or out of your house, which is really important as a real estate agent, especially new agents. You tend to hunker down a little bit. You got to be in front of people in this industry, so make sure you commit to that. The second thing it does, it gets you just talking in front of people, and eventually over time they're either going to ask you about your business, about what you do, or maybe you'll find a way to work that into the conversation. The point isn't really to sell them anything. It's just to be present in front of people and build your network and be eye to eye, face to face with people, communicating, networking, getting to know people. The third thing I'd say that happens from this is that other people see you out in the community. You're not just at that table, at that coffee shop with that person. There's other people coming through the coffee shop that you're going to see that you know, or that you over time may see as regulars there, and you can start having conversations with them. You're going to get to know the coffee shop owners or the coffee shop managers and baristas. And so there's a real value to just being out in front of people. So I'd encourage you, the first marketing strategy for about $100 a year is to spend that couple bucks, invite somebody to coffee, and get out and have coffee one time a week with somebody. We call that 52 cups in our property revival playbook. The second thing that we call is 12 plates, and this is to build a referral network. And this one costs about, I tracked the last 12 months, it cost me at about $140 for the entire year, and this is a lunch thing, so that includes tips. So $140 included my tip one time a month, and you're just building a referral network. And so what you're doing is creating a group of people that you like to be around, that are similar minded as you, and that need referrals to grow their business. So who are these people in your community? They're insurance agents, they're lenders, mortgage lenders, commercial lenders, you got residential, personal insurance agents, you got commercial insurance agents, you've got cleaning service people, you've got digital people that need referrals for their business, you've got personal trainers, you got financial people, real estate agents, residential and commercial. There's a lot of different people that need referrals in your community. And if you spend time just to create your own network of people that you know, maybe start with a friend that is a lender or somebody that sells insurance, and just meet them for lunch to talk about your concept. And if you can pull somebody into that referral group that meets once a month, that needs the referrals, that we only want one person from each category, so one residential real estate agent, one commercial agent, one residential lender, one commercial lender, one financial planner, and so on as you go through these different industries. And pretty soon you're going to develop kind of this referral lunch, this table that's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people at it that all need referrals. And you can start referring business within that group if you're comfortable. One of our rules is that you have to give A-class service to any referral like that. There's really no expectation of business, but it just generates business. And what you'll find after time, creating your 12 plates, which is what we call it in the playbook, so 12 times a year, one time a month, you sit down for lunch with this referral group, is that you become friends. You talk about life, you talk about family, you talk about events going on, and really the business stops happening at the table and it starts happening kind of on your way out the door or in between meetings. And there's a lot of different nuances, things you can try with referral groups. First of all, you can go pay to be in one, and there are a bunch of strangers that you may or may not get along with. So that's why I think it's valuable to develop it more organically. And your broker or your other veteran agents around you can help you do this. But it doesn't cost you as much to do that. And like I said, for about $140, including the lunch tips, is all it cost me over the last 12 months. and we've developed friendships, we've developed business partnerships, we've seen a lot of business come in because of this. I end up meeting for a cup of coffee somebody in that group once a month in between lunches. So there's a lot of value, not only personally, just getting to know great people, but also professionally. The last thing I'd tell you, so that's 2 marketing strategies. One is 52 cups, one is 12 plates. The last strategy I would tell you to do is 2 nights a month. So 52 cups, 12 plates, and then 2 nights a month. So for new agents or just any agent, get out of the house 2 nights a month. One way to do that is to join a board, a nonprofit board of some sort. You're going to be around people that care about their community. You're going to be at a table with them, probably 10 to 20 people on that board, depending on the kind of thing it is in your community, whether it's a church board or a athletic board. It doesn't matter. The board's something that you care about and you want to give back. That's the main reason you join that. But just joining that board is going to put you in front of more people, and eventually 6 months, 9 months, a year and a half from now, they'll get to know you well, get to trust you, and they'll be asking you about your business and how you're doing as a real estate agent, and maybe it'll lead to business. The second night a month, so 2 nights a month will cost you about $5, and that's, you join your local chamber. Okay, maybe the company you work for, it should be a member of your local chamber. So here in Janesville, it's Forward Janesville. There's in Madison, we have the chamber there as well, and hopefully your company is a member, and then you can go to their networking event 1 time a month. It'll usually cost you about $5, $60 a year to just get out for a couple of hours in front of other business people in your community. And they usually happen all over your city or your county in different spots. In all the cities in your county, a lot of them, the bigger ones, have these chamber events. And it's a really great way to just network with other people, other real estate agents, just other professionals in the community. And again, gets you face-to-face networking out there, top of mind. And so that's 3 easy ways, $300 a year. 52 cups costs you about $100 to have a cup of coffee once a week with somebody in your life. Just talking, doesn't have to be about business. Gets you networking, gets you business over time. The second way is 12 plates, developing that referral network. And the third way is 2 nights a month to get out, chamber event, a board, a nonprofit board that you join. And if you couple those 3 things on a budget, that's easy. That'll generate business, trust, relationships over time. But you couple that with a 3 for 10 that we talked about earlier, you learning something every single day in those 3 different categories: local business, okay, your local market, your personal business, your industry. You're going to become a very, very strong agent in a short amount of time. If you have questions, you can leave them in the comments section. You can find me on LinkedIn, Brian Lawton, Property Revival Realty. Thanks for joining us today. Take care.